So think and mark. So we have the next continuation of the questions. Think and mark the position as directed. Mark A at a point where Akshi will be after she ran 250 meters. So first thing first, let's recall the perimeter of inner and outer track. Inner track is how much? How do you figure it out? So 60 and 30, 90, 180. 180 meter. Then similarly, perimeter of outer track is equal to, yeah. So this is 40 and this is 70, 60, 110, 220. Okay, let's sit and analyze. Sorry, work. Mark A at a point where Akshi will be after she ran 250 meters. So for one round, it is 220 meters. So she'll be back where? She'll be back at the starting point, right? So one round is equal to 20 meters. So she's back at the starting point. And this will be how much? This point. How do you figure out what is this marking? Can you observe? I have not spoken about this marking. Can you see the marking? What do you think they indicate? Okay, let me explain this way. See, we have this entire length to be 60 meters. And we have one division, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 parts to it. And this is 60 meters. So each of them will be correct, 10 meters. Similarly, here as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. There are 7 parts. So each of them will be 10 meters each. So this will add up to 70 meters. Okay, so this is 60 meters, this is 70 meters. And each part is indicating 10 meters. So with that information, can you tell where is 250? So this is 230, 240 and this is 250. This is 250 meters. Okay. So that is, oh yeah, we need to mark it. My bad. This is A. Mark B at a point where Akshi will be after she ran 500 meters. Okay. So let me actually help you guys with this. So 250 meter is made up of 220 meters plus 50 meters. Sorry, 30 meters. That is basically one round plus a bit of extra. Now, next is we have 500 meters. So again, 500 meters is made up of 220 plus 220, right? This is how we can think. Every round I complete, I have completed, say in this case, 440. So 60 will be remaining. Again, all I did was simple addition and subtraction. 220 plus 220 is 440 plus what will give me 500? All I have to do is subtraction. Okay. So this value I got it by doing the following: 500 minus 440. 440 I got it with these set of values. Okay. So basically, after running 2 rounds, I'll be back at the starting point. And then I have to run extra 60 to cover 500 meters. So this is basically, this is starting point. It's already marked over there. And then we have 440, 450, 460, 470, 480, 490, 500. This is point B. Again, so what is the basic principle that I'm maintaining? I'm going back to the information that we have in hand. 220 meters is what will cover the entire distance of the given track. Outer track, you need to run 220 meters to cover the entire thing. So with that in mind, I'm deciphering or thinking about all the scenarios. Because if I ran one complete round, obviously I'll be back to the starting point. So 220 will get me back to the starting point and 30 extra will give me 250. And so we have point A, point B, so on and so forth. Right? And finally we have 1000 meters. How many full round has she finished running around her track? Mark her position as C. Okay, let's have a look. 1000 meters is made up of 220 plus 220 plus 220 plus 220. I think this will give me how much, guys? This will be 880 and plus 880 minus 1000 minus 880 is 120. So 120 meter is remaining, right? This I got it by doing 1000 minus 4 times of 220. So basically this is one round, this is one round, one round, one round. So this is basically made up of 4 rounds plus 120 meters. Let's have a look. Yeah, fourth round again we'll be back at the starting point and we are left with 120 meters. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So this is point C. So this is 70 plus 40 is 110. Yeah, 120. Perfect. That's point C for me. Again, I'm using the same principle. How much is one round? And I'm going to the closest number and seeing how much of distance, how much distance I need to cover. Simple principle. Next, mark X. Mark X at the point where Toshi will be after she ran 250 meters. Toshi is the inner person. And we know that this is 180. One round is 180. So 250 meters is made up of 180 plus this is 30 plus 50 is 70. So this is the remaining distance. So this is basically one round plus 70 meters more. Okay, so 180 she is back, 190, 200, 210, 220, 220, 230, 240 and 250. So this will be X. Okay. Now, so we have 500 meters. So 500 meters is made up of 180 plus 180. Okay, 36, 14, 140. 140. So this is basically 2 rounds of running and then 140 remaining distance. So 220, not 220, 2 rounds will get me back to the same position, starting position, and then 140. So this would be 60. 60 plus 30 is 90. 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140. So that will be here. Again, see, the point is, it's not how, we got the answer. That is the last thing, yeah. But main thing that you guys have to learn from me over here is, how am I thinking? How am I making things easy for me? There are many ways to solve this question. So whatever you feel, if you come up with a better way, you do that, not an issue. But this is my way of thinking as of now, right? So you need to learn the thinking methodology. Okay. So if she ran 1000 meters, how many full round has she finished running around her track? Mark her position as Z. Okay. 1000 meters is made up of 180 plus 180 plus 180 plus 180, right? And oh, sorry, we'll get 18 5s is 90 and one more 180. 5 are there, and then oh wait, yeah, 90 and 100,000. So basically 1 2 3 4 5 5 complete rounds, so 5 rounds and bit of extra 100 meters extra. So fifth round she's over here. As soon as she finished fifth round, she's crossing this point, and then 100. So 10 20 30 40 50 60 70 80 90 and 100. So this will be our Z, right? So all of that is there, and we also have to answer how many full round has she finished running. So this person is Toshi. Toshi has ran 5 complete rounds. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, again, my fundamental approach was I looked at how much distance are they running for every round, and from that point onwards, I started to decipher and finalize the answer. Okay, so here too I need to write. I think this is she has ran 4 rounds. Okay, and that's that. Okay, so you can pause and have a look.